Right, but it's Manchester United 1, Arsenal 1. I think a well-deserved point considering how the game went. I mean, we were so close to winning at the end. Bruno Fernandes, what a great save it was by David Raya. But again, listen, a game of fine margins. A game which United just had to get through ultimately, and that's something that we did. I thought the second half was so much better than that first half. I think the performance on the pitch was just 10, it was night and day. And that first half was one of the worst I've seen by a Manchester United shirt. And I think today there were positives. Again, we were compact. Bruno Fernandes with a great free kick goal. We kept our 40-year record of when leading at halftime, never losing. And I thought that was going to end towards the end. But I'm happy we kept that record. That's 40 years now. And that record's been going. Bruno Fernandes, the only player in Premier League history to score 2 Premier League free kicks in a season. I think it was Everton he scored one. I can't remember the other one, but obviously the one today, great free kick. I mean, what was Raya doing? He's speaking to the goalkeeper coach there, but I'm assuming for Arsenal, like, what was that goalkeeping? The wall as well, what, 11.2 yards? That's probably something that's going to be talked about. But again, United had chances in that second half. If you look at that Mazraoui one, you look at the one that Højlund has, and I'm very frustrated. If Højlund does a bit better, United go and win that game. And again, it comes down to those fine margins, but yeah, listen, I think we had a decent game. I thought Ayden Heaven, when he came on, was fantastic. I thought Xerxes very well as well. As I said, the team showed a lot of fight. I mean, in that first half, it was looking like it was only going to be Garnacho who would give us something. And ultimately, the goal, it was a decent, very good goal. Came from a free kick from, I think it was Garnacho. And again, listen, we move on to Thursday now, where we have a huge game against Real Sociedad. That's going to be a tough game. But the players showed a lot of fight. Diogo Dalot had an up and down performance again. But I think Amorim would be happy with the point. I predicted a 2-1 Manchester United win. But again, we take the point and we move from here. And that's ultimately what's going to happen. As I said, big game at home. You're going to need the support again. Obviously, huge protest again, which was positive. And we need to get these Glazers out. But yeah, ultimately, I've taken out. No Chidiobi came on the pitch. I thought that would have happened. But I think the main reason just to protect him. I think that was the main reason, just to protect Cheeto from the thing. I think Ayden Heaven only came on because the sub was enforced. I thought Yoro, absolutely fantastic again when he was on the pitch. I don't think Lindelof did as bad. There were a few shaky moments. But that first half was one of the worst first halves I've seen by United. Arsenal just played on top of the park, and I really didn't want to watch it. And the goal goes in against the run of play, and United can build momentum from there. But I really did not want to see it in the first half. Arsenal just, it looked like they were the home team. I think we had like 0.04 expected goals. They had 68% possession. Like, the first half was one to be woeful about, but I think as the game got into the second half, we got into it, and I think Arsenal will be more frustrated than we are. They're playing for supposedly a title. We're not. Like, we're just a point to point, and we go to the next game. Now, Yoro, as I said, was fantastic. I hope he wasn't injured. Maguire doesn't look like he's going to be back for the next game, but we'll take the point. Bruno Fernandes, again, if you look at the Arsenal goal, the midfield a bit deep, but I think other than that, they were very solid and compact in midfield. I thought the press at times was non-existent. Trying Joshua Xerxes up there again just didn't work. It was obviously something that Amorim, he didn't want to put Chidiobi into the game. He didn't want to put Højlund into the game. And yeah, that's probably, now it makes sense for United. But in terms of where we are in the table, I mean, Arsenal are second. Looking at here, they're 15 points off with Liverpool playing the game more. So listen, they ain't going to win the league. The league's Liverpool's. But again, it was a positive performance today by Manchester United in that second half. And if we see that against Bilbao, again, the Mazraoui chance, I mean, it was just good all-round wing-back play. Dalot switched it out to Mazraoui, and it's a great shot. It was straight at the keeper. But wow, we had chances to win that game. And listen, as I said, there was a huge process, which is always good. And I'm just hoping that Manchester United now can just go on and build momentum for that game. Hopefully we get some players back for that game against Real Sociedad during the week. But again, listen, we take it, we move, we get a point, we survived. And yeah, that was really about it. There wasn't too much to be going on about. United are just very poor at the minute. We know we have injuries, and we know it isn't great, but it was just missed chances. I thought we could have won that game. And that's the sort of game that it was. But let's see what happens. I think Amorim will be happy we survived. And that's something he talked about post the game against Sociedad. Just, it's all about surviving this game, and we move. We know we have injuries. We know we have players fatigue. We played 120 minutes last week. We played 90 minutes against Arsenal, 90 minutes during the week against Sociedad. We have Sociedad coming up in the week. there were some tough games, but I thought Ayden Heaven as well when he came on, very, very good performance. It was probably a great atmosphere for him to come into, and I thought he had a very, very decent cameo today. It was a monstrous performance by him on the ball, few good challenges, and I think it's time to give him a praise because he was going to come in as a first team player. He came in. Now it's 388 games at Old Trafford since 1984, 355 wins, 33 draws. It's safe, and that's ultimately what it is. But listen, it's a draw. As I said, second half brilliant, so much better. The team isn't good enough, but we showed more fight again. Deserved to win, and we got to take a point. But yeah, we move on to Thursday now. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, Masraoui, he was absolutely fantastic today. Up and down the pitch, relentless. And as a wing back, it was probably one of his best performances. That shot, as I said, that he had, he put that cross in, which Bruno Fernandes, I don't know, I haven't seen it back, but should have scored for him. So yeah, we were the better team. I thought we created the better chances. Ayden Heaven, as I said, when he came on, he was just physical. He got around the pitch. This is his first Premier League debut, first Premier League appearance. Very, very good. I thought Garnacho, I thought he worked hard today. Maybe didn't get the most. I don't know why he's playing on the right. I just want to see him coming from the left. But again, he had a decent game. Eriksen again, I just didn't really notice him in the game, to be honest with you. He did go missing for large parts. Casemiro, one of his better games in the Ruben Amorim today. Got around the pitch effectively, didn't do anything wrong. Won the ball back from that shot which Højlund could have scored right at the end. And yeah, it's weird to say that we were the better team in that game for large parts of it in that second half. First half was one of the worst I've seen, as I said, from United. But that second half, it was pretty, like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would have been. And it's a well-earned draw. Big game coming up on Thursday, and I hope Manchester United could win. But again, well done to the team. I thought Onana, some good saves. I mean, at the end when he parried it out and Martinelli missed, I would have been absolutely livid with Onana if we lost that game and lost the record. Defensively, Euro, Delay, Lindelof again, he had a decent game. Delo, again, he had to put a few good crosses in, but again, there was that one where he tackled Ranieri, kicked the ball out of play. Like, again, just, I can't wait to have Dorgu there on Thursday. So, yeah, Arsenal, listen, they play some very, very good football. They just don't have that striker who's clinical for them. They had a few chances in that half, and if they had a striker, I genuinely think it could have been 2-3-0 to them. But listen, let me know your thoughts. That's been the match reaction. It's a decent point for Manchester United in the circumstances, but it's now all down to Manchester United versus Real Sociedad on Thursday, because that's the biggest game. That's the biggest game of Manchester United season. Thanks for watching. Peace.